All right, let's get into this. Uh, Today's game is Hero Survival. And what is it? Well, it's a Vampire Survivors clone. And I had high hopes for this one. It started out great, but yeah, you'll find out. Let's start out with the story. Well, when you first fire up the game, as you see right here, this is the story. You get sucked into the Time Master's domain or something like that, and he calls you by this. You play as this kid. He calls you by your gamer tag or whatever it is, and that's it. That's it, man. That's the story. I was surprised by that because there is nothing else about the story. Now that we got the short story out of the way, let's go straight into graphics. This looks great. This pixel art that we got going on here, and then once you go into the game, the animation, man, that all looks good. It all looks great. That's why I had high hopes for this game. I was like, oh, okay, Vampire Survivors clone, and looks like this. Okay, I'm down. That's it, though. That's the only great stuff about this game. Everything else about this game is that's where it goes downhill. Okay, so let's take it from the beginning. When you first start the game, you start off in this little forest grotto type area. Okay, looks cool, right? I started playing. I was like, okay, run around the trees and shit. Well, turns out, just imagine the playing area is just a blank canvas. Just picture it as a blank canvas because you can run through the trees and the other areas. You can run through the tombstones and other shit. Yeah, pretty disappointing. So there are 10 waves per area. Once you complete a wave, you're presented with a choice of 4 different items. They're either weapons, which you desperately need, or they're either items that affect your stats. And before you choose, you can see if it affects your stats, which is green or red. Green is always good. But yeah, you're going to need weapons, so pick the best weapons. Later on, once you have 4 weapons, and once you've picked enough items, if you come across a better weapon, get it and replace it with a weaker one. Now, what happens when you level up? While you're playing the game. Well, when you get your first level up, you get to choose your skill tree. It'll either be bomber, gunslinger, or cryomancer. And yeah, you guessed it. Gunslinger means you just get weapon perks. Bomber means you get bomb perks, and then cryomancer you can get a chance to freeze the enemies, and they're all crap. They're all crap skills except for the bomber. Pick the bomber skill. The gunslinger is just crap, and so is the cryomancer. You'll get the farthest with the bomber skill. And then once you level up, every time after that, you'll get perks associated with that skill. So the bomber perk means you get a bigger chance of a bomb appearing once you kill an enemy, and then there's other perks as a 30% chance when an enemy dies from a bomb, they'll produce another bomb. So essentially, the bomber perk is the best. All right, what else? So you would think with a game that's in this genre, whatever, you could get health pickups when you kill enemies. Nope. The only thing the enemies drop is coins. That's it. And however many coins you pick up is affected by your greed stat. Yeah, it's pretty weird. There's no health pickups. So how can you heal yourself? Well, when you level up, there might be an option you can choose that heals you, and the numbers are weird. It's either like 15, 30, or 45, and it's really weird because every time you level up, your health increases, but it doesn't. The health you have at the moment doesn't increase with it. So you're like, what the hell is going on? It's just really weird. All right, one last thing I want to touch on is the different areas that you can unlock. And the different areas, they offer, there could be more enemies, the enemies can damage more. It alters the stages a little bit. But other than that, the coins you gather, you can unlock other additional characters, you can unlock starting weapons. The other additional characters, the reason why I think this is called hero survival is because the other characters you can unlock are like John Rambo, Bram Stoker, Abraham Lincoln is one of them too. And they all have different stats or whatever. But that's this game in a nutshell. That's it. It's a real short game. And I'm just going to say this game just seems unfinished. It seems half-baked. It had a good foundation, good bones to build on because the graphics are great. I have no complaints on the graphics. Other than that, everything else just seems like some weird choices and stuff. And do I recommend this? I only recommend this if you're just a hardcore fan of the Vampire Survivor genre. And at this point, I just can't really recommend it because there's better ones out there. Well, I thought this was going to be a short review because this was a really short game. I mean, you fire it up and you spend about 30, 40 minutes with it, or even an hour. You've basically seen everything there is in the game until you unlock the characters, and even then, it doesn't really do much. For the price, it's $4 or $5. It's not bad. Now, if they were to, fix some of the issues, like maybe a patch, update it or whatever, give it more perks. Add something else to the story and whatnot, then this would be better. I mean, it would be up there. It'd be one of the better ones. But at this moment, I just don't recommend this game, and I'm just going to give it a 4.5. 4.5. I just don't recommend it. It's there's better stuff to play out there, and you know what the top tier one is. That's Vampire Survivors. This one. It showed promise. It did, but it just lacks depth. It really does. It really does. But hey, that's it. I wanted this to be short, but it didn't. No, because too much crap. Yeah. But yeah, that's it, man. Get out of here. That's it.